Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Meep with Meep's Farm Fresh Beans, and today is Friday. That means it's harvest day. We are going to continue our journey from bok choy to daikon to Knox mix to spicy salad mix to all of the good stuff that we're going to have to harvest today. With that being said, what do I do now? Let me go and see what else we got to do today. So, we have the Knox mix all taken care of. We have the daikon mostly taken care of. I think what I'm going to do next is probably the wasaka. That would make the most sense right now, I think. I got my bowl right here. I got my bowl right here, which is good. We had that cleaned out. So I went for my walk with a friend, and there was a lot of fun. It's always good to get out early in the morning and just, you know, see the world wake up a little bit more. Get some movement in while it's still cold outside. Not cold. It's not really cold. I mean, I stepped outside this morning and I was like, yep, nope, definitely. It is summer out there. Let me see, what is this here? Oh, that's sunny, so okay. So we might have to take some stuff out of germination here too, because I'm looking at the Osaka mustard and it's definitely ready to come out. But we can wait with that. We can still wait a few hours with that. That's all right. What is that up there? Is that cantaloupe? Why is that there? You're supposed to be sitting on top of that. Okay, that's better. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a second until the bowl is properly sanitized. We're going to wipe it off. We're going to dry it, and then we are going to go ahead and make some wasaka. That means we need Osaka mustard. Excuse me, we need wasabi mustard, and we need daikon. Daikon is already out here a little bit, I think. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to work out perfectly. We're gonna have one Osaka for wasaka, one Osaka for spicy salad mix. I think we still have a Rambo here, don't we? Sunnies, I still got Sunnies too. Yeah, I've got a Rambo. Okay, perfect. So our spicy salad mix is more than ready to go. But first, wasaka. Let me go ahead and dry this off properly. Here, I'll get you into the grow room. Ta-da! There, now you can see even less than before. Isn't that great? Sorry about the obstruction of view there. Okay, I'm gonna dry this wipe. We're gonna wipe this dry. And you know what? Actually, I think I might be able to move. Yeah. I have an even better idea. I can probably just take all of this bok choy, put that up here. Oops. And then take, yeah. That sounds good. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the bok choy, put it over here. We're going to empty that thing out and then move the thingy over there. How's it going? We're going to take this and move it over here, and then take the empty one, move it out. Okay. You know what? Actually, I can put this right here because we're going to harvest it anyway. That's good. Alright, now I can continue getting my bowl done. Have a good breakfast! Mr. Meep just came in for his usual 3 to 4 packs of microgreens. He eats 3 or 4 of those every single day, which I think is absolutely wonderful. I can't even keep up with him. Okay, so tell you what, let me go ahead and get this one out of the way, and then I'm gonna move this one over here. And then we have just a wee bit more space over here. Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, let me move this out of the way then. There we go. Little light. Jawohl. Oi, oi, oi. Up. Come on. Up and over. There we go. On here. Perfect. All right. Sweet. And now what we're going to do, we're going to move this thing all the way over here. because we can. Okay, now be very aware of all the holes in the ground. You don't want to get too close to these. Just a little bit more. Push this just up a little bit. Okay, that'll work. Perfect. Now, I'm going to finish with the bowl. Is that dry enough? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's dry enough. That's perfect. Okay, so let me go get the Osaka out. And then, of course, one wasabi as well. Sit. And here's our lovely wasabi. I'm gonna put this right over here for right now. There we go. Okay, and then, before I forget, there. Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have is we have our daikon. We have more of the daikon. We have our Osaka and our wasabi. I probably should take the other daikon out too while I'm at it, so I don't have to walk twice. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. So, let me put this right here for right now. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the daikon, then move over to the Osaka mustard. Now, I'm sorry if you can't see everything right now. One day I'm gonna have a camera here, a camera there, a camera over here. We're gonna have so many cameras. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. But for right now, because I have a really big bowl here, I can't do it in front of the computer. There's just not enough space for me to mix everything together. So I'm gonna cut right here. And then move everything as we need. All right, now let's get started with the daikon here first. Perfect. That is some nice, beautiful daikon that we have this week too. It's gorgeous. I love it. I love daikon. Daikon is one of my favorites. Not as my favorite as Rambo Radish, I'll gladly admit. But still. One of my faves in any sandwich, any wrap. On top of avocado toast. If you have, so I tend to theme avocado toast. I tend to say, hey, you know what? Today we're gonna do like a Mexican avocado toast or like a Asian avocado toast. That's okay. Hold on. I gotta put this into the yard. Don't let my brain forget what I'm doing. Okay. So when I say Asian or Mexican avocado toast, I just mean Mexican or Asian toppings. So daikon radish, for example, would be a fun one with like red onions. Maybe some bamboo sprouts or something. That would be fun. Okay. Gotta wipe this off real quick. There we go. And now comes our wonderful Osaka mustard. Really, really beautiful looking crop this time. Oh yes, gorgeous. So this is our green of patience. Osaka mustard takes about 5 seconds for it to kick in when you eat it. So it takes you a little while before the spice actually hits, but when it does, oh boy, watch out. Now, as per usual, we look at our Osaka mustard the second that we harvest it. Make sure there's no seeds, no dirt, nothing in there that would harm you. We take that very serious over here. As much as I love to have fun, safety first. Okay, there's that. Beautiful. Okay, lovely. Okay, goodness guys, this Osaka mustard is so pretty. That looks so good. Okay, take that out. Beautiful. There's this. Alrighty, and there is a tray of Osaka mustard done, off into the yard. Then we're going to take our next tray of daikon and add that. And then finally we're gonna get to the wasabi. Hold on, let me go and sanitize that. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay it down here for just a minute. And then move that up back here. And then take the wasabi with us. Oh, hi, Aqua. What the heck, Aqua? Hey, Skills, what's up? Oh yeah, don't even worry about it. I'll just block him. I got this. Perfect. Skills, how's it going? It's good to see ya. How's your pond? I hope it hasn't bubbled over yet because the heat is so much that it's boiling over there. I mean, you don't want to have boiled feeders, do you? Okay, let me see. We have this. Yes. Okay. Now, it's already been a little bit of a day for me. As per usual, I get up at about 4:30 a.m. Actually, 4:15 this morning. And I've been going pretty much non-stop. Already went for a 3-mile walk this morning. Walked for about an hour. With a friend of mine. Came back. Immediately fed the dogs. Immediately watered the plants. And now we are back to work harvesting for tomorrow's farmers market. And that is going to be a really beautiful day. It's going to be pretty hot. There we go. Just a minute. Whew. Nope, we're good. I thought I got dirt in there, but I didn't. I'm happy. All right. There's that. Get that in there. Okay. Now, next, off into the yard. There's this. And then finally we have our wasabi. We don't throw that out. I'm gonna sanitize again. So, Skills, my friend, what has been happening with you? Early bunny. Oh man, yeah, I really was an early bunny. I do that every day now. So the funny thing is, okay, I'm gonna tell you that. Even when I try to sleep in these days, especially when I try to sleep in, instead of 4:15, I get up at 4. Yeah, no, I kid you not. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, you know, the dogs have their own rhythm. Mr. Meep has his rhythm. I have my rhythm, and normally it doesn't really matter. I don't need that much sleep yet. Ask me again 5 years from now, okay? See how I feel about it then. What was I doing? Yes. Wipe off knife. But that's the thing, you know, unless my body actually really requires the sleep, I don't think it lets me sleep in anymore. I think my body's like, nope, 4:15, that's my circadian rhythm now. That's what we're gonna do. I'm okay with that. Gives you all the more time to see the world wake up, which I love to do, by the way. And it's okay, honestly, the one thing that I love about being here, among many, many others, obviously, is the fact that I can sit here. I wake up in the morning, I get up, I go into the grow room first thing, and outside there's just clear sky, a billion stars. You can hear the first birds, you can hear cows over here, you see the occasional deer as you go. It is absolutely, I feel like Snow White, like maybe the mountain version or something. It is really, really a lot of fun. There is something magical about getting up this early and just hanging out with nature for a little bit. It is a lot of fun. Oh, come on now. Don't make up myself here. There. Come on now. There we go. Perfect. That all in here. So now this is our wasaka mix. And that is going to be a little bit on the spicy side. Something that very well works as a topper on steaks, actually. I kid you not. We've had plenty of people that said, hey, you know what? I'm going to use this on my steak or on my sandwich. Personally, I do love my salads, but I prefer my avocado bowls. So usually what I do with my greens is I put them either on top of avocado toast or on top of avocado bowls. and Wasaka goes very, very nicely all together because the daikon, Osaka, wasabi, they all very much work well together. Now, what we're gonna do here, ta-da! See, there's my harvesting, my harvest bowl. Pond not boiling surprisingly, even on 100-degree weather, is very cold. Okay, good. So the water stays cold. That's a good thing. So the ground has still enough coolness in it to keep the water cold. That's fantastic. That is good to hear. Okay, so now what we have here, this is our wasaka. And very slowly, gently begin tumbling that around a little bit. There's that. Okay. Give that about, I don't know, 30 seconds of this. Now the thing is that the wasabi is the smallest plant in this entire thing. And the smallest plants usually end up on the bottom. So we're going to have to make sure that we get everything integrated here. There we are. Okay, perfect. Now, the thing is that I'm going to need some clamshells here. I got myself a bottle of water, guys. I'm hydrating, I promise. Okay. So it seems like your pond is then still very much able to for you to just put your feet in, maybe instead of feeder fish, you're gonna have feeder fish. Sorry, that was terrible. Don't mind me. My humor is lacking today. Okay, so let's see. Now we take one strudel like this, put it right in here. Can you guys see everything? I hope so. Hold on. Yeah, you can see that. That's fine. Normally I have the bowl on the other side, don't I? I don't know. This is nice though. Okay. And there's our first wasaka of the week. Label that right away so we know what it is. And off we go. Perfect. We are off to the races. Oh wait, here. Take this, take that. Take them, there's. Lovely. So market day tomorrow, going from 9 to 2 p.m. up in Joseph. Now the thing is that after the market, we are still going to go ahead and get some deliveries done. Because some people just can't leave the house. I mean, or they're just at home or doing other things. And of course, we're more than happy to deliver for all of these. Okay, hold on. There's that. Wonderful. So we are going to try and get as much sleep as we can tonight. Because tomorrow we're going to get up at 4:15 a.m. again. We're going to do it all over. There. And it is currently 77.9 degrees in this room. Not bad. Warm, but not that warm. Okay, get that in here. Boop. Gently settle it. And a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. That'll do. Write it down. Okay. Come on now. There's that. All right. close. Label. Put away. And that is pretty much how this entire machinery works. There we are. Udemus. Now we're just going to keep doing this until it's all done. Move that around a little bit here. There we go. Perfect. We have something of everything in there that's important. Okay, just a second here. All good? Yes, it's all good. Wonderful. This. All right, wonderful. Now, put that away. Yeah, so there is never ever a dull moment in this place. There's always something to do, something to clean, something to run after, something to pack, plant, harvest, water, take care of, improve. And lately, I've been starting to think about different seeds again that I could seed, that I could plant for you guys. Not really sure that I'm going to do anything very different. But so once the farmers market is over, actually in October, that's also when our cantaloupe ends. And so with our cantaloupe being gone, I'm almost thinking, should we just do cauliflower? Because we didn't actually do cauliflower ever as a microgreen. I had the seeds, and it worked. It tasted wonderful. So what I have is a snowball white cauliflower, I think is it called. And it's a really, really tasty crop. I mean, seriously, cauliflower microgreens are so good. But what I really want to find out is what would work for fall. I mean, we considered pumpkin, which didn't really work out yet. We might have to give that a shot again this year at some point as well. Okay, there's that. There's this. Now, when it comes to microgreens, there's hundreds, and I really mean hundreds of varieties that you can grow. From radishes to cauliflower, broccoli, kohlrabi, I mean anything, you know. There's a few plants that you shouldn't grow as microgreens. Something like, say, potatoes, aubergines, eggplants, tomatoes, everything that is a nightshade, actually. If it's in the nightshade family, do not eat it when it's young, please. You might get hurt doing that, so please don't do that. I'd like you unhurt. I prefer you that way, if you don't mind. Okay. That. Alrighty, and we're gonna have one more. That's probably gonna be our sampler pack of Wasaka. Alrighty, perfect. Oh, that is lovely. Yes, that will absolutely work. There we are. Oh, goodness. And because this is a sampler pack, we're going to use a little tape so we know it's a sampler pack. All right. So we still have plenty of stuff to do today. Nothing terrible, just a lot of work. Like I always say, it's not hard work, it's just a lot of work. Alright, we got this Wasaka all done. We're gonna get you into the grow room. Ta-da! There we go. Alright, now. Knox, Wasaka, daikon. I think the broccoli should be next. I think the broccoli should probably be our next endeavor over here. Ow. We're going to wipe this bowl out, and we're still going to have to make a spicy salad mix as well. But for right now, broccoli seems like the way to go. Alright. Get rid of this stuff. I don't like when everything is dirty around me. There. Okay, wonderful. We can probably just sanitize this one. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to move that up here until I need it again. Okay, now the thing is, where's all of this coming from? Broccoli, let me see. I'm probably gonna have to open up more clammies too. Huh? Do we have 5? We have 4. I'll take it. Alrighty, perfect. We have 4 broccoli for us. Whoopsie. All right. And number 4 coming right up. Whoop. Beautimous. Okay, so broccoli, of course, being the one single most healthy one out of the bunch. Paper towel. There we go. Stay. Okay, so get that going. Get everything up around here. Lovely. Throw that out. Get the gloves. Get some more clamshells going over here in just a second. So move that here, move that there, move that over there a little bit. Perfect. That will work. Probably put this one over here. Ugh, okay. All right. Get the gloves on. All right, now it's broccoli time. Let's go and see if we can actually get these all figured out. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, wonderful. Absolutely perfect. That worked lovely. All right, there's our first broccoli of the day. Where's my Sharpie? Did I not just have a Sharpie here? Thank you. Already it's starting. My brain becomes fatigued. Broccoli number 1. Perfect. I estimate about 12 to 14 broccoli out of this batch. If we're good. There we are. There, consolidate a little bit. Alrighty. Okay, we're just gonna whoop, redo this. Alrighty, sweet. I hope the stream quality isn't too bad. Sometimes I look at my restream monitor and it looks like I'm framing hard. But that's okay. There we go. Okay, now let's see here. There. Get that. There. These out. Whoop. Uh-oh. No dirt, please. Thank you. Okay. And we're going to take this, bring it into the yard. Alrighty. Whoop. Ooh, it's warm. It's warm, people. Move that over here now. There, sweet. And now, next. There we go. Yes, perfect. Okay. There's my knife. There's a wipey. Perfect. There, that should be enough. Oh yeah, that's a solid. That's good. Oops. Might be a bit too much, I can barely close it. There it is. Okay, perfect, that worked. Okay, now let me see. Where is, there is. Perfect. What's this? What did I say? I estimate about 12 to 14 packs. 2, 4, 6. Kind of leaning more towards 12 packs now, more than 14. Sometimes better. Sometimes yields are different than others. And like I always say, you can control the environment. You control the humidity. You control the temperature. You control how much water they get, you control the light cycle, but you cannot control the plants themselves. That is the one thing that sometimes messes with us a little bit. There we are. Stay there. There, see? That wasn't so bad. There. And clamshell, and dry pad, and knife, and broccoli. Ta-da! Okay, still cut this. Oh yeah, beautiful. There's something down here. Sweet. Alrighty. Another one for the yard. Let's see. this over. Oh. Now the thing is, do I open up another row? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I want to start a new one right there. That's fine. Okay, so now we have 2 more trays of broccoli happening. Gonna move this up just a little bit. There we are. There. Your bunnies are getting bigger. Oh, cool. How big are your bunnies right now? How old are they? Oops. Hold on. Got the harvest can, didn't I? There. That's better. Yes. They're beautiful. Okay, perfect. This. And then later on today, at around noon, 3.5 months. Oh my goodness. April 1st when they was born. Oh, that is so sweet. So April, May, June, July. Yeah, 3.5 months. Oh, that is so beautiful, Scales. That's awesome. Very, very happy to hear that. Good. Growing bunnies are happy bunnies. Little more. There we go. Perfect. In there. Fold it over again. Ta-da! Oh yeah, we still got one. That's good. I probably should see if I can find any more boxes. Oh, I'm out of boxes. Well, that was unexpected. That's okay. We'll figure it out. I think I might have to just go and order some more from Walmart. So what we did is we tried to find boxes that would fit our booster packs perfectly. But the problem is that we also needed to fit into the fridge perfectly because the fridge is like yay long and yay wide. And so we finally found boxes that we could use. And now we realized that we simply don't have enough of them. So we're going to have to order some more at some point here. Today is not that day, but we're going to get there. No worries whatsoever. Okay, so next up, another one for the yard. There we go. Oh, you know what? I want to open a new row here. There we go. All right. And more broccolini. Up the bunny. There we go. Perfect. So now, did you raise those bunnies yourself, or did you have a friend, or where did you get the bunnies from? I don't know if I asked you already. I don't think so. I don't think you told me that. That is so cool, though. Yay, bunnies! Oh, here, hold on. There, see? Now you get to see me harvest too. Isn't that fun? Okay. Close that. No! Don't squish the product, Meep. Bad Meep. There. clammies. Okay, oop, hold on. See, no dirt. We do not like soil in our clamshells, of course. That 40 over, ta-da, there. That wasn't so bad, was it? Okay, just a sec. Sweet. And now let me just see here. I've created a little chaos over here, as I am wont to do. Okay. Oh, that is issue. I see. I see issue now. It's okay. There. I fixed it. Aye, aye. Okay, now the thing is, once we're done with this, I think I'm gonna have to do the spicy salad mix next, and then probably the cilantro. We're gonna leave the sunny alone for a little bit longer. Cantaloupe is another thing that I have to harvest. Bok choy, mizuna. So we still have plenty of stuff to do. All right. That. And so we're just going to keep going one by one until we're all done. Actually, you know what? That thing is full. I'm going to put that into the fridge. There we go. You don't want it out here longer than you have to have it. All right, now back to packing. What are you? Oh, you're perlite. No, no perlite. Okay, a little more maybe. Perfect. Okay, flip that over. And then we are almost at our last pack of broccoli right here. Oopsie, there. And then our sample pack, of course. There we go. Ta-da! Oh, come now, child. There. Okay, sweet. Now we're gonna pack this good stuff together and dry broccoli on it for the samplers. Oh, sorry. There you go. My bad. I forgot. Alrighty, this is for tomorrow for the samplers, so people have something to try. And I'm not really sure. I got them from a Facebook group called Buy Nothing. Lady had 8 baby bunnies. Oh my gosh. She tried to give them all to me, and I was like, 2 is more than enough for me to handle. Oh, absolutely. No. You don't want a flood of bunnies. You want a scaled appropriate amount of bunnies, okay? I mean, proportions are very important here. You can't have 5 bunnies at one scale. You can have 2 bunnies at one scale. Much better. Yes. Okay. Now we have our broccoli all done. Let me get you back into the grow room here real quick so I can throw this into the yard. Then we're going to take our broccoli and put that into the fridge, and then we're going to do the next thing, which I believe to be spicy salad mix. I'm going to have to go and wash the bowl out first. Wait a second. Hold on, I'm wrong this doing. Wait. There it is. See, we have a pack out here. There we go. Okay, broccoli right there. There's this. Perfect. Okay, so now let me go clean up after myself here, which is kind of important. So I don't get ambushed by plant matter later on. There we go. Get that out of the way. Perfect. Okay, so now let me see, because I'm gonna have to go and wash that bowl out. And I'm gonna be probably back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Ooh, alrighty. I'm gonna go and wash this bowl. I will be back in just a few minutes. Meep. Alrighty, so what we got our bowl. I washed it out. I have xylitol already in there, so we're gonna let that sit for a second. That is our sanitation solution. Let me go and check on the grow room and see what else is going on in here. No wild parties. Nothing surprising me. Nothing jumping out at me. Nothing dying. That's wonderful. That's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, the cantaloupe is gonna be probably up soon. Let me go ahead and try one of these here. Oh yeah. Yeah, the cantaloupe is definitely on the peak of its flavor. That is lovely. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we're going to wipe this out. First of all, we're going to drip dry it. There we go. Wonderful. Oh, let me have a little fun. Alrighty, now I'm gonna wipe this entire thing dry again, which is very, very important that it's very, very dry. Close this. Boop. Okay, now spicy salad mix means we have Rambo, we have spicy salad mix. Yeah, we have Rambo, we have Osaka mustard, we have Mizuna. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Mizuna. That looks really, really good. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh, that is just so gorgeous. I love it. Okay. Oh, we got a sanitize my knife too. That is rather important over here. Ta-da. Perfect. Let that sit for a minute. Okay. And now we're going to take the other Osaka mustard. Throw that in there. Ooh, hello. Don't let me fall all over myself, guys. Oh, it's one of those days where it could easily happen. I just don't watch where I'm going because my brain is so full of things that I have to think about. Now, Mizuna, Osaka, Rambo, perfect. Looks good. Looks good. Now let me go and wipe the knife off. Perfect. And then gloves on. And Meep is ready to roll. There we are. There it is. I'm still trying to find out the functions on my headphone. There. Okay, now, we're gonna start with the Osaka. Beautiful. Yeah, the Osaka came out wonderfully this week. I absolutely love to see that. Quite pretty, quite beautiful, quite easy to harvest. Lovely, lovely flavor, beautiful aroma, plenty of spice in there. If you give it about 5 seconds, you will notice what you're eating. Okay, that is lovely. We can take this off. Remove this just a little bit here. There we go. Okay, good. And again, I look at everything the second it's harvested to make sure there's nothing untoward on our plants. No dirt, no seeds, no nothing. Boop. Lovely. Okay, that looks beautiful. Take that little thing right with us. These things right with us. Oh, yes. Look at me go, Lake Oswego. This is wonderful. You, very happy. And one for me. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Oh, there it is. Yep. It does take about 4 to 5 seconds for the spice to kick in. But yeah, this is Osaka mustard. This is very, very, very nice. Beautiful flavor. Now we're going to add the Mizuna mustard to it, which is a little harder to harvest sometimes because the stems contain a little bit more water, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing at all. It's not terrible. Now the thing is, if you harvest your microgreens too wet and you put in, you don't put them into the fridge eventually, what's going to happen is all the water that's being held in the plant is going to help your plants once in the fridge. It's not going to help your plants stay healthy for very long because the water has to go somewhere, and since they don't use it anymore when they're cut, all the water just stays in there, and that's how plants get slimy. That's why sometimes when you have stuff like salad from a truck that's been on the road for a week, that's when everything is wet. You open up the salad and 3 days later it's rotten already. It's slimy, it's gross, you don't want it. That's exactly what's not happening with our microgreens, because we harvest them and within 24 hours they're in our customers' hands. We don't do week-long truck rides. We don't do any of that. We only give you nice, beautiful microgreens freshly harvested every single week. Okay, now hold on. Like this. All right, did I miss anything? I didn't. Good, good. That's awesome. Now, Rambo. Rambo would be a good thing too. And Rambo is just one of those that are just so pretty. I love them. Rambo has a fantastic, fantastic flavor. It's wonderful in avocado bowls. Absolutely lovely on sandwiches. Perfect for salads. If you got Rambo, you can't go wrong, really. It's one of my favorite crops to have. There we go. Because the purple is just so gorgeous. Oh, man. I mean, you want your food to look good, too. You know, you don't want to just, oh, yeah, well, it's food. I think there's a certain aesthetics to food here and there. I'm not saying that every single meal has to be an event or anything, but I can still appreciate something pretty in the salad. I can still appreciate a good looking salad with like extra garnish on top. You know, that's where microgreens also shine as garnishes on dishes, top of bowls, little tops on salads, wraps, sandwiches. Daikon radish, put it on top of sushi. Okay, now we got this all done. We can put this in the yard. We're gonna mix all of this up in just a second. Okay, I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. Nope, we are good to go. All right. Sweet. So what I'm gonna do now, gonna move this over here. Put on my harvest can. Ta-da! When you do the subscriptions for weekly delivery of microgreens, we already kind of do that, but not as subscriptions. We have pre-orders that we get on a Friday. So basically, what's happening is every Friday I text about 40 people or so. Every single Friday, and I ask them what they want and if they need anything for delivery tomorrow, and then they either can come pick it up at the market, at the farmers market, or we can deliver it to them after the market, which is normally what we do. And in the winter we have deliveries pure, because there's no farmers markets except the one in Malawi here. Okay, now let me see. Grab and pack. That's all that needs to happen here. Grab and pack, and grab and pack all day long. And I already have one customer saying that they absolutely want a spicy salad mix for tomorrow. So I gotta keep that in mind. Don't let me falter, my loves. That would be sad. But yeah, so what we do, deliveries every Saturday for our residential customers, every Monday and Thursday for restaurants, stores, other businesses, that kind of thing. Now the thing is, what's really important to me, when we started this, we said if we're going to deliver, we're not going to charge delivery fees. We're not going to charge a minimum of you have to order this many in order for us to deliver. We want to make sure that we are going to be able to be there for the people that can really use the extra nutrition and health in their life. We're not going to raise our prices. Every pack is always going to be $4, unless you go through a retailer. Retailers, of course, set their own prices. But I will tell you that I can, as long as I can, I will not raise my prices. I will not ask people to pay more for delivery. I'm not doing that. Everybody else does that. I don't have to jump on that bandwagon, you know? I mean, of course, yes, I'm a business, and eventually I need to make a profit in order to stay afloat. But I don't think that suddenly starting charging fees and stuff is going to be the best way to go about that. If I do ever have to raise my prices, which I really don't think is going to happen, I'm going to be very, very, very intentional about that. I'm not going to, I'm not going to try and make it unaffordable for anybody. That is the most important thing for me. I want this to be something that everybody can have in their house, so people can help their families with a little bit extra nutrition that's easily available, accessible, where people can afford it. That's super, super important for me. We of course take SNAP, EBT. We have double up food bucks at the farmers market. We're doing whatever we can to make sure that people with SNAP are going to get our greens as much as anybody who doesn't have it. Okay, no, hold on. I'll label those later. It's fine. I was just thinking I was missing something. I wasn't really. But one of these is for the cafe in Joseph. So I'm just gonna have to make sure that I remember that. Oops, come on now. Okay. Sorry, my brain is going in like 5 different directions right now. Okay. Oh, a little bit more. Come on now. There. And clamshells. Ugh. There we go. Now the thing is, sadly, I can't ship anything out. That is the one issue that I'm having. I will eventually look into shipping and distribution, all of that, when I get there in about 2 to 3 years. Honestly, guys, we're tiny. We are very, very little. Mr. Meep calls it a boutique. Okay, we're boutiquing. We are a microgreens boutique, and it's, we are a very small business. It's just the two of us, and so when we do get to the point where people say, hey, you know what, we're from Idaho, or we're from Washington, or wherever we're close to, like we're in Oregon, it's going to be one of those things that I'm really looking forward to eventually expanding into, like actual distribution. Right now, the most important thing for me is to get the grow room going, the second one, because that's going to help our production out so much. We are currently at production capacity. We cannot produce anymore, and we have more people that want our microgreens than what we are able to give them, which is, it's a good thing for growth, but also at some point you're going to have to disappoint some people, and I don't ever want to do that. So it's really important for me to stay focused on what we do locally, without shipping to other people, without doing a whole bunch of stuff that bigger businesses do. My vision for this eventually, okay, here's the deal, okay? Eventually, I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 years down the road, depending on how everything works out, what I would really like to do is have a franchise. And I'm not saying huge franchise chains and huge stuff. No. I want to stay hyper-local with this. I want to go into the rural communities and go, hey, we're here, we're Meeps, we love to work with you, we want to know you, we want to be personable, we want to really understand who you are as not just as our customer, but as our neighbors, Balboa County has been so good to us because it taught us that interpersonal relationships are really not just important for us, but they're so much fun. They're so much fun. I mean, seriously, I have made so many friends throughout this entire thing. When we first started out, I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't even know if there was a market for it, because you move to Balboa County and all you see is ranch land, right? You have your hay fields, and you have your cows, and you have all of these agricultural businesses happening. And at first I was like, well, why do they need another farmer? But it's not farming in the traditional sense. It's something very different, actually. So when we first started out in our first year, we had a couple of people come up and say, we are so glad that you are doing this, because nobody else does this. Nobody else does microgreens. Nobody else does this kind of healthy, this local. And that was really, really wonderful because it did show us that, yeah, people want this and we can do it year round. That's the thing. Farming stops when? August, September, October, somewhere when the weather turns. We keep going. We have our internal grow room, that kind of thing. Um, so like if it in other states grown the way you do and all, yes, basically that's what I want to do. Yes, 100%. I want it hyper local. I want it very, very people focused. I want it very community focused. I want Meep's microgreens. If we are going anywhere, I want people to be helped through this. That's why we do so many things here. We are doing community dinners. We give to the food banks whenever we can. Um, there's when there's little runs for schools or family supplies or whatever. We try to give whatever we don't sell. We try to give that away as much as we can. That is huge for me because honestly, this community has supported us for 3 years now, and there's no reason for me not to support them back in any way that I could possibly imagine to do. I really want to make sure that when I do start a franchise, okay, look at here. I'm very much aware of the fact that nobody in the world is going to care about Meep's microgreens the way that we do. I just want people, if they want to start a franchise with us at any given point of time, I want them to care enough to uphold the standards. And it's not much. It's love, integrity, and gratitude. That is the 3 pillars that Meep's microgreens was really founded on. Love, most of all. Lead with love. You gotta love people. And I think that's really important because love is not like just this cheesy, oh, I love you, lurdy-dur. It's making an impact. It's leaving people better than you found them. It's going, hey, you know what? If you only have $2 for microgreens, have it anyway. Catch up with us if you can, or even better, just pay it forward. It doesn't matter. And again, of course we are a business. Of course we want to turn a profit and stay profitable so we can survive to help other people. That is the main thing, right? But I think it's really important to not lose focus of why we started this and what our guidelines and our principles are. Because it's easy to say, hey, I want to start a business and I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to be all big and powerful and I'm going to have franchises and all of that. No. This is going to be the most intentional thing I have ever done with anything in my life. So while we're still waiting for that to happen, I will do my absolute best to make sure that people that are already with us are going to be taken care of. That they're doing good, that kind of thing. Okay, now let me go ahead and fix this up. And then I'm gonna have to harvest some sunflowers too. I'm gonna have to do that over there. Because the sunnies are dunnies. There's that. But yeah, it's just becoming the snowball effect. When people first came and said, hey, Good Groceries was amazing. So we had our very first, or actually we were in our very first year. We were 3 or 4 markets in, and that was 2 years ago. So Christy from Good Groceries walks up, and I had no idea who she was, and she holds up this flyer and goes, "Hi, I'm Christy. I want to sell your product." And I stood there and I was like, I had no idea what to even say because it was like, I don't know anything about wholesale prices. I don't even know what my profit margins would be. This is our 3rd farmers market of doing this. Not the 3rd year, just the 3rd market in general. So I was really, really apprehensive. And I said, Christy, I'm sorry. I absolutely do want to work with you, but give me a little time because I have to settle everything first and figure out what to do and how to do it. And then I will come to you and we can talk it over. So it took me about 3 to 4 months, I think, before I was finally brave enough to go, okay, well, maybe there is somebody here that would buy our things from other people. And at that point, we had the Dog Spot on board. The Dog Spot is a fantastic restaurant. Oh my gosh, Amy and Arian, absolutely amazing, lovely friends and people. So as we went, we did everything one thing at a time, like little steps. And that was really important to me because when I realized that there was growth to be had and that there was people that really are interested in what we're doing and that they might want to carry our product, it hit me like a warhammer. Honestly, I was like, this is already getting this is becoming something now, and that changes everything too because you have this thing where it just goes, okay, this is a different level of business. This is a whole different level of interpersonal relationships too. Give me just a second here. I'm going to put you into the grow room because I'm going to have to put all of these away, and I don't know how. Up, there we go. Okay, let's move over here. Do not drop the stuff. Do not drop the stuff. That's the important part. Okay, wait. We're going to do this differently. What did I just say? Do not drop this. So yeah, like I said, you're gonna eventually, hopefully, get another camera angle that shows you the fridge and it shows you everything else. Right now I have to go and harvest some sunnies because I think those are just not ready to fall over. So we don't water our plants on a Friday. Everything that's going to be harvested, or on a Thursday actually. Let me go ahead and see how they're doing. Yeah, they have to go. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this out. Take my gloves off first. Oh. I'm really not a big fan of my hands being sweaty at all. There. And like I said, right now the grow room is pretty full. Or pretty warm. Okay. There's that. Sweet. Alright, we're going to wash that later, but for right now I just need it out of the way. There. Okay. Let's see. Actually, let's go ahead and wipe this down real quick. You know what? Let me not falter. Let me do this right. There. So, would I like to have a franchise at some point? Yeah, but I'm very far away from even thinking about that kind of stuff. I mean, I think about it, obviously, because it's fun to think about it, dream a little and all of that. And I do believe that there's a future with franchises. Absolutely, it can happen. But a lot of it depends on the timing, too. Okay, now, we're going to take our Zerotol. We're just going to give that a good spray right here. Perfect. And let that sit for a second, and then we're going to need these. Okay, now, Sunnies. YouTube link Twitch is given for a 4 arrow. Huh? Where did you find that link? On Twitch? Huh. Let me go check that out real quick. I might as well. Hold on. Let me see. Aha. Got it. Just a minute. Yeah, I can fix that. Just a minute. Thank you for letting me know. That is awesome. Okay. Control C. Close. What? I want to open the link. I want to edit the link. What are you doing? Oh, I have to go to the community dashboard, don't I? Yeah. Just a sec, my lovelies. We are going to fix that in a heartbeat. Settings. Channel. Aha! Okay, I found it. Hold on. Okay, and then while I'm here, I might as well do this. Just a second. Alrighty. Okay, so that should have fixed that, I hope. Refresh your page and try again, if you kindly would. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to dry all of this good stuff off. Okay. Alrighty. Let that down a little bit and then dry it off completely. That's important. Alrighty, there we go. And that should have done it. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is we're going to take our tubs. And again, I can't do that over there, but I can do it over here. Let me see. Is that link now working, Scott? Okay, so our beautiful, beautiful sunflowers over here. All are going to get harvested. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and take some of the seeds off first. And that's going to be a while. That takes a little bit. Alrighty. Oh, goodness. Ow. Okay. 2 more trays of sunnies. So we had 8 trays of sunnies. Most of them are harvested yesterday. These 2, believe it or not, I forgot. Yeah, I went out there, I harvested all of the ones that are out here, and last night I went back in and I was like, oh, schnoopsies, I forgot those. But that's okay. We can fix that now. No trouble at all. Okay, get that all cleaned up. And excuse me, I'm going to have to go and get some water in me, lest I dehydrate. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to take a little paper towel as well. I'm going to put 1 paper towel each into the tubs. And that is basically, so what's happening, why I put paper towels down is really just as dry pads, because when sunflowers are being harvested, they have very thick stems. Thicker stems hold more water, and if you harvest them, they can still contain a lot of water. As long as you have a dry pad in there, all that water is going to get wicked away. The plants stay nice and cold in the fridge once they're in there, and we don't have any problems with the moisture inside of the plants. Hi, Mr. Meep! Mr. Meep has arrived. Hold on. I was just explaining why it's important to put a dry pad into the sunnies. Alrighty, so we are going up. You're going out? Up, okay. Up. Oop, there. Thank you. So, like I said, I have to harvest them over here. I can't do it over here because I don't have enough space, but let me go ahead and wipe my knife down and then we can get at the sunnies. There's this. Okay, link works now. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so gloves on. And then off to the sunny side of life. The thing is that I have to go and get some seeds off first, which is important. So why we wash our sunnies is basically to get most of the seeds off. But there's still a little bit of preliminary work that I like to do, which is basically just sitting here and getting all the seeds off while I can. You can normally just go over them a little bit like this and they'll fall off. And if they don't, you can grab them easily and just take the seeds off. Make it a little bit easier for Mr. Meep to go through them later on. There we go. Now sunflowers are Okay, some people say that sunflowers are beginner crops. I'm not really sure if I would agree with that. They are fairly easy to raise, but there's always a couple of things that you have to be mindful about when you actually start planting sunflowers. First of all, what I recommend is that you soak them. 4 to 8 hours, no more than 8 hours though, because otherwise it would be a bit much. So what happens when you soak sunflowers too much is that they ferment. I kid you not. They actually start smelling slightly fermented, the seeds, and that's normally not a good thing because then the seed becomes less viable to actually grow into a full plant or into a microgreen in general. And so in order to avoid that, we are going to definitely try and get... hello, there we go. We are definitely going to try and get them out of the water before 8 hours have passed. Okay, a few more. There. And seeds in general, we have 3 or 4 crops that are a little bit different because of the seeds. One of them is the sunflowers. Then we have beets, which we actually cover with a layer of soil when we plant them. And that is to get the seed hulls out as they grow through an extra inch of soil. Am I making a huge mess? Nah. Mess is mess, it's fine. We've done it before, we can sweep it up again. Okay, so... yeah, I'll take anything that's not really pretty out too. Boop. There. Okay, so there's one. Now I can harvest that. Straight into the tub and into the fridge. And we plant 12 sunflower trays a week. We plant 4 on a Monday and another 8 on a Thursday. And that is basically perfect in line with our rhythm because normally what we do is we harvest on a Friday, we harvest on a Wednesday for Thursday deliveries, we harvest on a Wednesday morning for Wednesday pickup from our distributor, and then we harvest Friday, of course, for the harvest market. So it's good if you stack your crops for a schedule, because you're always going to have sunflowers available that way. You don't have to worry about people coming in wanting stuff that you just didn't grow. Okay, there's that. So yeah, Fridays are extremely busy for us. And of course, you know, it's extremely fun too. But it is a lot of work. So Mr. Meep is currently taking all the trays, emptying them into the wheelbarrow. That wheelbarrow is going to go up to a friend of ours who has use for our soil. And then he's coming back and he's washing all the trays, and then he's bringing them in to sanitize them for me. Or I'm sanitizing them. There we go. He brings them in for me so I can sanitize them. There. My English is faltering. Forgive me. Okay, so I think we got enough of those. Wonderful. There's another one for the yard. Boop. And now we take this one and do the same thing all over. Try to get as many of the seeds out as we can. And if you wiggle them around a little bit like this, if you go over the top like this, normally some of them fall off. Not everything, but it helps a little bit. It makes it a little bit easier. And then I'm just gonna go pick all those seeds out, as many as I can. Because it is a lot of sunnies. And it's kind of hard to sit there for hours on end. And pick them out even in the bath. Especially when you have mass amounts. So we're gonna make it easy on everybody. Try to get as much preliminary work out of it as we can. Boop. There's more. Ugh, there was a full one. Forgive me, I broke you. I broke it! There's this. I answered? Oh, yeah, no, we don't reuse the soil. So what happens is when a plant or when the tray is done, yeah, we don't reuse that soil because everything is already with roots and everything, so there's no way to reuse this. The good thing is that when you're living up in a county like ours, that's rural, people are always going to want soil for their beds, for their flower beds, for whatever they want. And we are more than happy to help. It's also very good compost. So people are very, very happy if we can actually bring them a little soil here and there. Oops, don't cut that child. There. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, I can harvest those now. All right, so. And another sunny, beautiful, oh, they're a little long. It's a noodle. It's not a sunny, it's a sunflower noodle. Okay, so now for Fridays, it doesn't really matter when it comes to stem length. Stem length is something that some people care about, others not so much. It depends on who you are. If you are a restaurant that, you know, has a certain decoration in mind for their sunnies or for their dishes, and you have certain plants that just grow very long and beautiful, like peas or whatever, sometimes they want them very, very long as a decoration, as garnish, you know, that kind of thing. Other times, you know, they just want short little one-inch stems, which is normally what I prefer as well. Now, you don't want to grow your microgreens to the point where they have stems that are this long. I mean, otherwise they're just noodles. So instead, what I'm doing is I'm trying, so these are actually fairly long right now already. What I'm trying is to keep the stem length at a manageable level. I fail most of the time, but this is not bad. I can just grab them right here, cut them, there. Oh, yes. Okay, hold on a minute. I do have to go and fix something real quick here, because when we get our soil over to that wonderful lady who takes it, we are also bringing her some greens and a little surprise. Okay, what's this? Let me see. We can go and do a broccoli and a spicy salad mix and a cantaloupe. There, perfect. Oh wait, I gotta write cantaloupe on this. Hold on just a second. Alright, let me see. Cantaloupe. Alrighty. Thank you. Perfect. Yay! Alright, I'm gonna go and finish this one. There we are. Get all of those under control here. Now there's also things like harvesters for microgreens. There are things like seeders for microgreens, like actual machines that will do a whole bunch of this work for you. I don't think I want those just yet. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work, but honestly, those machines take a lot of money to buy, and there are a lot of moving parts. So if you have a lot of moving parts, a lot of moving parts can break. I am personally not at the point at all yet where I go, oh yeah, no, we have to automate everything. The one thing that I'd like to do is a automatic watering system at some point. We don't even have water in the shop yet, but we are going to get there eventually. So once we get a flood and drain system or ebb and flow system, several different words for that, but ebb and flow normally is the one that I would like to do. Alrighty, up. There it is. More for the yard. Perfect. And that goes into the fridge. Ta-da! See, that's how easy it is. I love it. Okay, now I'm gonna put those in here, those down there. That's looking pretty fabulous. Okay, now next up, sanitize. Whoop. Alrighty. Yep. Back up here. I would use it to compost, and then it can be reused and save money. Make those microgreens $2 instead of $4. Well, I mean that would be one thing, but you still need to buy soil. we have fertilizer that we use. You have to control your seed cost. You have to remember that electricity, light, AC, fan, all of that goes into it too. So a single tray basically is not just dirt and soil, compost, and microgreens, but you have the right idea. There are people out there who ask, hey, do you want our compost to use for microgreens? It doesn't it doesn't work quite like that. Compost, so microgreens have everything that they need to grow already. They have all of the nutrients that they need in the soil, and because microgreens only grow for 10 days, they don't need compost because compost, you know, it's for plants that actually grow over weeks and months, that kind of thing. So what we do have is an amendment that we use with the 444 amendment from Rocky Mountain Bio AG with phosphorus, magnesium, and goodness knows what else is in there. It needs to be a little bit of a balanced mix. Now 444 basically stands for 4% of each of those. Yes. Let me go and text something real quick. I mean, you have the right idea, Skills, absolutely. It's just that microgreens don't really need all of that much of nutrients that you can get out of compost. So it would be probably better to use that for something else. But I like the way you think. You've got the right idea. Hold on, give me just a second here. Okay, we can delete that. Okay, just a minute. This one, yes. Okay, sweet, done. All right, now we had the sunnies, we had the wasaka, we had the daikon, we had the broccoli. What else do I need to do? I need to clean this thing up for sure. Okay, get that all out of the way here. Whoop, perfect. Wipe that off a little bit. Do I need to? Yeah, I kind of should. I kind of should. I don't like walking around on seats. It just doesn't feel right to me when I do that. There. And honestly, Scales, there is so much that I learned about microgreens from when I first started, which is almost like 2 years ago now. Jeepers. Where does time go, guys? What is this? But there's so many things that I learn on a regular basis now. Because, of course, you know, I watch videos and I look at what's new in the microgreen world. And over time, there's a lot of info that you can digest as you go. So I don't think I'm ever going to stop learning. Well, I don't think I'm going to ever learn everything about microgreens that there is to learn. There's a lot of stuff that I'm still going through. Pick it up as I go. There. Okay, now, let me see, because, wow, it's warm in here, jeepers. Let me see. I need to go and drink a little bit more water, guys. Sorry, hold on. Lest I falter. Imagine how rich that soil will be if you reuse it. Oh, yeah, absolutely. It is that, you know what, Skills, you make a really good point, because that soil is incredible. And you're going to have so many volunteers coming up. It is absolutely wild. It's very, very awesome. Okay, now, let me go and mute myself for a second. There we go. Are we there? We are. Okay, good. Let me see. It is 10:18. That means I have a little bit over 1.5 hours before I have to start texting people. Now let me see what's next here for our crops. I think I could do the cantaloupe next, probably. Yeah, the Mizuna still has a little time. Okay, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just go and do the cantaloupe now? That seems like a solid option. We're gonna have to clean the grow room out too. Okay, candy. Ah, Santa Claus. There's this. Oops, oops, oops. Oh, come on now. Sit. Don't let me drop the trays, guys. Don't let me do that. Now, again, with the cantaloupe, the good thing is cantaloupe is fairly easy to grow. It has a few seeds on there, but not a lot. And also, give me just 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, no worries. Scales, if you wanna see the grow room, guess. There we go. Yeah, the silver stuff is all mylar foil. That's the same thing that we're currently doing in the other grow room, which is 90% done with the mylar at least. We have so much stuff left to do, guys. Oh my word, it's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It's just it's one day at a time, and we can't work at it every day because again we have so many things to do on a regular basis. But let me also not falter and start to sit here and just talk. I gotta get stuff done. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Before I do this, let me be smart about this, okay? May I be smart about this? Thank you. Hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get me this thing opened. Hold on. Ow. There. All right. Now, clamshells. And I should probably order some more as well. I can do that. Hold on. Whoop. There we go. Perfect. Give me just a sec. Get some of these clamshells out. Then I'm gonna have to order some new ones real quick too before I forget. Because this is the one thing that really still is one of my big issues where I'm going, oh yeah, I'm gonna order some stuff, and then I forget about it the very next second. There. So don't let me falter, guys. Let me go ahead and order those clamshells right now before I forget again. Let me see. This one done. That one done. Oi, oi, oi. Okay. Whew, it is getting really warm in here. So, what I'm going to try to do. Oh, wait. What? Package? Oh, good. My seeds are coming. Wonderful. Okay, perfect. Great. Now we go flip, 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 flip. There, this one. And then my orders. Just a moment. Can I Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Oh, can I just do that? Ooh. Okay, that's easy. I love it. This one, yes. Oh, look at us go, Costco. This is wonderful. Okay, perfect. Place order. We are done with ordering. Not with harvesting. That's still gonna take a while. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we're going to do next. We're gonna strap our gloves back on, and then I'm gonna remove a couple of seeds here. Cantaloupe really isn't that bad. It's really wonderful about growing up and shedding its seeds, and we don't have to worry about it. It's lovely. Oh, oh. Come on. 9. Did I break it? I didn't. Good. I have short fingernails, and yet I get hung up on stuff. It's unbelievable. Oh, you couldn't hear me? Was that? Oh, dang it. Yeah, because I don't have audio for that yet. I don't have audio on that scene in OBS yet. Thank you, nice catch. See, I love the fact that some people are watching actually telling me, hey, you know what, something's not working, because I will never know if I miss audio. I don't have monitoring on my headphones. Okay, Skills, I will tell you one thing that was really, really funny. When I first started streaming with the microgreens, there were a couple of people who said, hey, by the way, you seem like you've done this before. You don't seem camera shy, you know? And I'm like, I mean, I might have a little bit of experience there. That's always fun. But yeah, now, cantaloupe is a super, super versatile crop. So first of all, it's very sweet. It's juicy. It's solid. It's pretty thick. So if you look at it, let me go, and even a smaller one here. It's a thicker stem. It's a very nice big leaf right here that you have. Okay. Sorry, now I have a mouthful. Wonderful. It's very nice to have it in your salad, of course. But what I do recommend is you can try and put it into mocktails and cocktails. You can put it on top of prosciutto bread. You can use it with charcuterie boards. There's a ton of stuff that you can do. You can muddle it up in your daily water bottle and get some sweetness, get some vitamins in there, get some flavor. If you mix it with ginger, cucumber, even better. Oh my gosh. Honestly, ginger, cantaloupe, cucumber water. And maybe some lemon too, but oh, so good. Okay, so anyway, let me go ahead and tell you how we do this. So again, this is not a toy. Let me show you the harvest cam. Okay, there. This is not a toy. Hold on. So you grab them gently, cut them immediately, quality control. Okay, you look down, there's no seeds, there's no dirt, nothing untoward on our plants. And then you just keep doing that until the container is full. And we go by volume, we do not go by weight. That is very, very important to remember with Meep's microgreens. We are not weighing our crops. We are going, okay, this is a full container, and the full container costs $4. There we go. And, okay, now wait a second. I do not... I do not. Well, that's unfortunate. I was just thinking... Excuse me, I was just thinking I might have another box somewhere. Like a fridge box. But I do not, and I'm sorry, guys. That's okay. We'll make it work. Okay. Oh, come now. Get in there. And of course, you know, you wanna make it look good as well. And that's basically what you do when you harvest it. You have all the stems right here, and then you kind of gently slide this aside. Can you see that? I think so. Slide this aside and then just fill that spot right there. There. It's a little bit like a cabana, you know. It's a little bit like the Japanese art of flower sticking and stuff. Every once in a while, you take just one. You kind of like just go, oh, you go right there, boop, just like that. See? Then of course it doesn't stay there when I try to tell you how to do it. Okay. Cantaloupe, of course, again, you know, anything off our microgreens has antioxidants, vitamins, minerals. Cantaloupe is just such a fun one. And we only do it during the summer. once October is done and the farmers markets are done, we do not grow cantaloupe until the next year, the following summer. Gotta keep it special, right? Now, when we stop cantaloupe, though, we start other stuff. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do this time. Honestly, I'm sorry. I really don't know because we have so many awesome seeds that I tried that I kind of want to try again. Buckwheat was not one of those, let me tell you. Buckwheat was one of those where I was like, yeah, maybe not. But we tried. Okay, so put that there, right down there. Perfect. Get that out. Put that in. Get up all the roots. Add that. Oh, we are going to have so much cantaloupe. It's going to be perfect. So basically, what I was trying to tell you during the grow room, when I showed you the grow room picture, it's not an actual camera. It was just a picture. But all those silver stuff on the walls. Hold on. I can't show you this without me not having audio. But that's okay. I'll add the source later. But all the silver stuff that you see, that's all mylar foil. The same thing that we're currently using in our second grow room. Where we are 90% done of the way now. I am so happy about that. I'm really, really happy about it. Okay, there's a seed right in there that we don't need. Ta-da! Oop, there we go. Lovely. There. Okay, and another one for the yard. There's this. Might as well grab this one while I'm at it. Sweet. There we go. Yep, there. Okay. Now, we're doing good over here. We're doing good over here, right? Yes, we're doing good over here. Okay, perfect. So again, slightly. There it is. Perfect. Okay. Cantaloupe. There. Put those together. Okay. I can do that later. Not a problem. Sweet. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these. Actually, just to, oh, you know what? That might work. This might be a good point, actually. I'm going to go and get a large clamshell real quick. And fill up a large clamshell with cantaloupe too, because Winding Waters River Expeditions wanted 3 packs for Saturday. And I could just fix 1 pack right here. That's perfect. I love it. And what they're doing with the river expeditions, they actually take their people out to wherever they go down the river. And then they're taking them to lunch over there and have like a little barbecue or whatever, and sandwiches and all sorts of stuff. And our microgreens are there as a garnish, as a little enhancement product for whatever they have. And So I think if it's hot outside, little cantaloupe might actually not really be bad at all. They give us chef's choice. They said bring whatever, and I said yeah, we can do that, absolutely, gladly. Okay, there's this. Okay, I'm gonna take these. Perfect. And that would be cantaloupe pay. Oh, here, you know what? If we're gonna make it fair, we can use a little bit more in this. Hold on. Let me go and get these away. Boop. Let me go and put a little bit more in there. Boop. Perfect. There's this and that this. Yeah, that's better. Okay, sweet. Now I am happy. Now I feel like the customers are going to be happy. That's the important part. Because honestly, without customers, we don't have any business. Okay, oh, this one was seated there. Hold on. There. Okay. Now we're going to write down what it is, so people can decide if they want some or not. Cantaloupe into the fridge right away. That is pretty important. Okay, we're gonna take 2 of these for Ruby Peak as well. A couple of cantaloupe. Perfect. So I got plenty of orders that I still have to go ahead and pack up, especially for Monday too. Oh, come on. There. Let me see. We'll probably put this in here. Oh, come on. Oh, don't be a party pooper. Get in there. I'm gonna have to yell him into submission here. Okay. And now we continue with our regularly scheduled apocalypse. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. Where is... There is. Ay. There's that. These off. Perfect. There. Now that's what I call a proper cantaloupe. There. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Take that. Okay. That's probably a pretty good portion right there, I'd say. Alrighty. Then we're gonna have to write all of those things down too. we? Oops, not this one. There we go. All right. And we're gonna get that into the yard. Always the same thing, see? Okay, is it getting just warmer in here or is it me? It's 78 point, it's almost 80 degrees in here. Woo! It has heated up a little bit. Don't know what the entire current temperature is outside, but it's going to be another hot one, guys. It is the middle of summer. I'm not surprised. Ah. Alrighty. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stand up for a little bit. There. There we go. Now you can actually see what I'm doing. Aha! Oops. That back there. Wonderful. That'll work. Yeah, so cantaloupe is definitely one of my favorites too. I don't like them on avocado toast. I don't like them on avocado bowls because normally I use ranch dressing for avocado bowls. Doesn't really work with cantaloupe. And so, like I said, cantaloupe is a little bit of a different animal when it comes to how to use it. Because most everybody's going, microgreen sandwiches, salads, you know, that kind of thing. Now put them in a smoothie. That'll work, usually. That in here. That in there. Oops. Hello. Good morning. How are you? Oh, no, child. There. That. That. Righty, and another one just like the other one. And I think this might be our sampler. Yep, I think that's going to be our sampler, guys. This and that. Okay, perfect. And we're going to close all of this good stuff up. And that goes into the yard. And then this is cantaloupe paste. And I think we have plenty of that good stuff for tomorrow. That's always awesome. There, perfect. That worked. So good. Now, I snack every once in a while. I'm allowed. Oh, wow. Okay. Gonna put all of these in the fridge. And then hopefully... Did that music stop? Why did that music stop? What happened? Hey, I didn't want for you guys to stop. What are you doing? There. Okay, that's better. Now it should repeat all of those. And also, let me go and put these all into the fridge, and then I think I might have to take a little break. Nothing special, nothing bad. I just feel like I might have to go and get cooled down for a minute. I'm getting pretty warm over here. Okay, there's that. That. Alrighty, so give me about 5 minutes, guys. I will be back in a little while.
Meep.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we have returned. I have 6 more trays to harvest, and then we should be done with that for today, which is very, very fun, actually. The good thing is if you start something at like 5 in the morning, you get done way earlier in the day. I used to really take my time with this, but basically what happened is that I realized that the earlier I start, the more of the day I have to myself later on. So I have no problem getting up at 4:15 in the morning, just getting her done. There we go. Now we're doing the bok choy, and then we have cilantro, and I think that's it. I believe that is pretty much going to be it for today. We have one more Mizuna mustard that I'm looking forward to as well. It's this and that. All right. And now, put the gloves back on. There we go. And we're gonna go and continue on our way. Yeah, sorry, I need a little snack there. I felt snackish. Oh, come back there. Then we might take a couple of plants out of germination too, because the Osaka looks ready, the beets look ready. There we go. Okay. Get that all figured out. Bok choy, lovely. Oopsie. There's that. Okay, so this is our bok choy. Very beautiful, very crunchy, very mild, very, very tasty. Oops, you can't see. There, now you can see. So we have some bok choy left. I'm also currently harvesting, and then we have a little cilantro, a little mizuna, and then that's it. Then at noon, I'm gonna go and call all of my people. Say, hey guys, what do you want? What would you like? And then this afternoon, I'm gonna go and pack the orders. And then the day is pretty much over for us. And then tomorrow, we're gonna get up at 4 a.m. and do the market for about 6 hours. Then we do deliveries, then we come home, and then we might actually be able to sleep a little bit at some point. I think that might happen. I don't know. Who knows? All right. This is the final stretch, my loves. All right. Let's see. Udamas. Bok choy is another one that I absolutely love in sandwiches. It works very, very well with turkey. Okay, there we go. Oops. Go, put that all together, nice and easy. There, see? Just like that. Oops. Well, that was silly. See? That's what happens when I go task blind. I put the cart before the horse. Poor horse, it had no choice in the matter. We now also have a very confused horse. Okay, perfect. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love it. That is so gorgeous. That is so nice. And of course, later on we have sunflowers that we still need to wash. And then I have to pack all of those. I don't know if we're actually going to stream that. That really depends on how the day is going. And apologies sometimes if our stream schedule is slightly untrue. Sometimes it happens that, yesterday when we came back from Crow, I did want to stream. I streamed a little bit, and then later on, because I had to wait for a little while, later on we decided it was just too hard to leave the computer on, because heat and computers don't really mix very well in my also esteemed opinion, right? So I said, you know what, we're gonna keep the computer offline. And we're just gonna harvest it just like that. Ouch. There's another one just like the other one. Move that out. Whew. So then we have the Mizuna mustard still and the cilantro, and that's going to be it. So not bad at all anymore. I estimate about 50 to 20 minutes for that. Famous last words. I'm probably going to take longer than that. Oops. Ouch. There. Okay, there's another one. Beautiful. Just need one of those. Yeah, I mean, little Meep franchise one day. Who knows? Oop. Let me get you back into the harvest cam here. There we go. Yeah, maybe one day a little Meep's microgreen franchise would be very, very, very cool. But I'm not pressuring myself with that at all. If it happens, that's great. We only been doing this for 3 years. We still have so much to learn. We still have so many things to discover and rectify and figure out. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. I want to make sure that if I ever do something like that, I really want to make sure that I know what I'm doing first. I know the rules of my own creation. So that's pretty important to me. Like I said earlier, I honestly think that if you have a small business, and eventually you want to have people work for you, and it doesn't even really matter if those people are going to be working for you in the business or whatever. Market Live or another buddy. Well, I wish I could skills, but seriously, the sad thing is I only have one phone available, and that I need for the credit card scanner. So I cannot. I am unable to can. Yeah, Market Life or Riot, people. That's right. But yeah, like I said, it's not about are they going to love Meep's microgreens as much as I do, because nobody's ever going to love your baby like you do, right? There's no way that anybody can ever have that exact same feeling the way that you feel about it. But I feel they have to love it enough to uphold the standards. That's all I'm saying. It's one of those where you go, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, if I get there, it's gonna be awesome. If I don't get there, I didn't lose anything much. So Okay, bok choy, last one. Oh, ow. Well, that wasn't fun. There's that. There we are. Okay. And wipe the knife off. And then we're going to have our sample of bok choy right here. Okay. And that is going to be our sample for bok choy. Done and finito, my loves. Perfect. Okay, perfect. Now, let me go get back into the grow room here. Get that in the yard. Boy. Okay, now I gotta go and balance this real quick. Get that into the fridge. But where? Where? I ask where? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to stay. Don't fall. Thank you. We're good. All right. Now, I'm gonna have to go and get my gloves off for a minute. I'm gonna have to go and clean up my station, sanitize my knife. Oh, so many little steps everywhere. Okay, so now, whoop, don't fall, don't fall. There. We're gonna get some of this good stuff off. Hold on a minute. You got a laptop, you can get a cheap Wi-Fi cam and cheap Wi-Fi hotspot. Boom. Well, in this heat, poor laptop's gonna die. That's the other issue. I thought about that too. I do have a laptop, but it would be we don't have the Wi-Fi ability. And even though 5G or some sort of Wi-Fi is available, it's from. So basically, it's Saturday market is for us on the road where there's a couple of bars and grills and stuff like that. So there's not really Wi-Fi available. Here, hold on. There you go. Now I can talk to you in person. Is that better? So the sad thing is that yeah, there is Wi-Fi available, but it's not very good Wi-Fi. Everybody else on the market is already using it. I mean, if I get my own Wi-Fi, what do you call it, MiFi or whatever it is, portable power bank, yeah, that's true. But still, I mean, I don't want my circuits to melt. I mean, my brain is already melted. I don't need my circuits to do the same. Okay, so let me go ahead and see real quick what else we have left. The cilantro and what did I say, Mizuda mustard, right? Okay, then let me start with. Eh? Okay, hold on a second. I'm confused. That's completely normal. That's part of the program, apparently. But oh no! I'm not confused at all. I'm actually quite right about what I'm doing. Perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the Mizuna mustard next, and then we're going to go and harvest the cilantro because that's the smelliest one. Not that that's a bad thing. It's very aromatic, but we don't want to have cilantro taste on someone's greens that don't like cilantro. So that would not be fun. Okay, we sanitized it. Now we're gonna go and take it. And we only have one tray shade. Well, the thing is, we are in the shade, but the heat still keeps coming. So what we have is a tent with like a back and a side, and I mean, yeah, it's all open air. I love the fact that you're a problem solver, though. That's awesome. If this, then that. If this, then that. Will you leave me a choice to just say no? No, I mean, and again, you never know what's going to happen down the road. We just started streaming like maybe like a month ago now or so. So let me take it one day at a time. And again, we have until October to figure something out if I want to do that. No. Okay, fine. Be that way. Yeah, see? Rawr. Okay, hold on. We gotta take this. And then we gotta take this. Okay, and then we gotta take my gloves. See, my mind is already overheating now. Yeah, please keep hydrating, guys. It's really, really warm outside. Please hydrate. Don't shrivel up like I'm currently trying to do. Okay, there's that. And there we go. Here's our mustard. Mizuna mustard is completely not spicy, but very, very flavorful. So for everybody who enjoys mustard, but not the spice, try Mizuna. It's a pretty wonderful thing. Like I said, it's very mild. It does have a unique flavor profile for mustard. It's just nice. It's so pretty. Okay, hold on. There, wonderful, much better. There, perfect. There we go. Alrighty. There's our first box of Mizuna. Mizuna mustard. There we go. Okay, let me go and check something real quick. I just want to check on the level of our bucket. So with our AC, we have a 5-gallon bucket that basically, so we have our AC and that is also a dehumidifier, heater, everything. It's all in one. Now we haven't had this for super long yet. Hello? Excuse you? What do you want? Oh, yay, yay, yay. Okay, perfect. Good, good. Yeah, I got a message from the lady that got our soil. And I gave her some of our stickers. We have stickers now, by the way. Not enough to actually share around anymore because I have like 3 left of each. But we have this one, which should be. Have you seen the Meep mobile? I don't know if you can see that. There. Then we have Gronemalaw, loved everywhere. There's that. And then, my favorite out of the entire bunch, oopsie, can I find it? Yes. My favorite out of the entire bunch is this one. Because our Meepers are keepers. So I thought those were really, really cute. I had them made just about... they arrived like 4 days ago. They're already all gone. That's all I have left. So we're going to have more of those magnets. We're going to have more of those stickers as we go. Oh, Meep. You silly, silly woman. There. Better. Okay. That, and then we have 1 sample size left. That's wonderful. Oh, come sit now, child. Come on. There it is. Awesome. Okay. Now we're doing the sample of the Mizuna mustard, and then we're gonna do the cilantro, and then we're gonna be all done. Haha. Good, huh? It's all in a day's work. Yeah, we're not gonna need a whole bunch of samples for the mustard, I don't think. There. Those out of here. Perfect. Rootsies off. Gotta get those rootsies off, I tell ya. Okay, take these with us. Alrighty. There's that. Oopsie. Can that be nice and close for me? Thank you. And then we're gonna go and put a name on that. Perfect. Okay, Mizuna mustard, done. Grow room. Put the mustard into the fridge. And then, hello. I'm gonna go and harvest the cilantro and then we're all done. And then I have to go and start disinfecting trays as well. Because that is something I haven't started. Alright, there's one. And there's two. Yes. Alright. Let's see, I can probably just turn that around here. There we go. Okay, so now these are going to be the last two trays we're going to harvest today. And I think once I'm done with that, I might shut the stream down. Don't know if for the rest of the day or for just a little while. That's going to be entirely dependent on what's going to happen throughout the rest of this day. Because there's always stuff happening at the farm, of course. Okay. And cilantro. Now this one is a little harder to harvest usually, because the stems are really thin. They sometimes try to bring up dirt. But for right now, we are doing absolutely lovely over here. Okay. Get that in. Off. There we go, there's that. That just takes a little love, a little patience is all. There. That wasn't so hard. Get that in here. Take all the outliers with us. Beautiful. There's some cilantro. Okay, now we're gonna take the other tray. While I'm here anyway, I might as well just, yoey, do that. Okay, sweet. For every single one on its own. It'll take a little while. And cilantro can be a little fickle. Cilantro is kind of a tougher crop to grow. It just needs a little extra care, a little extra love. It doesn't want to be too hot. That's very, very important, especially in the summer. It's just quite often the case that, you know, it's going to be in germination, and it actually likes it a little bit colder, around 79, around 70 degrees compared to 75. Oopsie. Okay. And each of those is already given to a person, so I'm going to have to go and write the names on it. Absolutely. Very, very important. There's that. Alright. Gonna finish up the cilantro. And then I'm pretty sure we're gonna be done for the day. Streaming wise, actually. Because again, you know, when it gets that hot in here, I don't want to let the computer run all day. Because the poor thing needs a break, it's brand new. It needs to know that we love it and respect it. Otherwise it doesn't work. Alrighty. I declare today's harvest day to have been a good day. And I declare it to be over. So, ladies and gentlemen, first off, I want to thank you very, very much for... Oh, I had you in the grow room. Hold on. There. Okay. First of all, I do want to thank you very, very much if you have stopped by, if you watched us for a little bit, if you had any questions answered. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all of your participation. Hold on, I gotta close this. There's that. I don't know if we're going to be back today. That very much depends on the rest of the day and what's going to happen here. I do still have a lot of work to do. I still have to sanitize all of these trays right there. You can't see them, but they're 2 stacks high. So that's going to be a whole different level of work. I might just stream it. I don't know yet. But while Mr. Meep is still out cleaning trays, let me go ahead and put the names on this one. Okay. There's that. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for hopping by, for stopping by, for asking questions, for looking at what we do. Let me see. And yes. Okay. There we go, and we are officially all finitoed with our harvesting. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We are going to see each other again on Monday, 5:15 a.m. Pacific time. If you get up that early, if not, move to the East Coast because it's going to be 8:15 over there or something like that. I will go ahead and get my hands washed and get all this beautiful stuff cleaned up. I don't know if I'm going to come back. If I do, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything. I will see you when I see you another moment before. Thank you so much.
Meep, meep.